Hey Capricorn, welcome to your weekly forecast. This is for April 3rd through the 9th. We've got a full moon coming up here on the 5th and 6th, or over that course of time, going from the 5th into the 6th. We've got a full moon in Libra. We're going to see what messages are coming up here for the Capricorn collective. Keep in mind this is a general reading, therefore, not every single message will resonate, and that's okay. Take what does, leave what doesn't. If you need a private reading, I am having a sale through the 31st of March. I'll talk about that at the end. But for now, let's just jump into the cards and see what messages are coming up here for the Capricorn collective as we're encountering the coming energies. So this is for Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising, and we're going to get right on into it. The first card coming up for the Capricorn collective is the King of Swords. So traditionally, the cards can be seen as a person coming into a situation. It could also be an aspect of ourselves or characteristics that we're stepping into. So traditionally, as far as people go, the King of Swords can be an air sign person, a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising that might be coming into a situation. But it could also be the energies that we're coming into. And so this is the thing. As we have the full moon in Libra and the sun is in Aries, we're going to be looking at the things that are supporting us, the things that are helping us, and the things that are not helping us. And, you know, what we want and what's in the way of getting what we want. So to have the King of Swords coming up as your first card gives me the sense that for the majority of the Capricorn collective, you're looking at this in a really logical way. And there might be some things you've been putting off, like things you've been letting slide or giving people the benefit of the doubt or like letting things go. And with this King of Swords energy, you're like, you know what? I'm ready to address this. I'm ready to talk about it. But you're going into the situation with a solution. You're going into the situation with already a good idea of what's going to work, what's going to fix the issue, what you need from other people, what you want from other people. I feel like maybe for some of you, for the first time in your life even, you're going to feel like for the first time in my life, I can actually articulate this. The words are coming to me. The solutions are coming to me. And so I feel when you go to people, you're going with not a complaint, but with like, this is what needs to change. And this is how we're going to change it. This is how we're going to do it. This is how it's going to be moving forward. And another thing I want to say here, Capricorn, and I don't want you to get offended by what I'm saying because I'm not saying it to be offensive. It's just a message that's coming in through spirit, and I'm sharing the message with you. I feel that for some of you in the past, you've had a really hard time dealing with people because there's times when you've genuinely tried to help. Like you've kind of seen that, oh, this person's doing something that's not so good for them. Or you know what, like if they would make this change, this would be a really great thing for them. But in the past, I feel like when you've tried to tell people, you know, like, hey, you know, you'd be really better off if you did this, or hey, this would be really great for you, like just something coming from a sincere place, something coming from a place of where like you really feel like this really helps somebody reach their full potential, or it would make their life easier on them, or they wouldn't have to deal with certain problems because you see a solution. But in the past, when you've gone to people and you've said it, it's come across to people as like hurtful, like you're being mean, or you're being judgmental, or you're coming down on them, or like you're being a hard ass. And I don't feel that was ever your intention. I feel like you just made an observation that, hey, things would be a lot better, things would be a lot easier if, you know, you did this or if you did that. And I'm not saying it to be mean. I love Capricorns. All of my siblings are Capricorns. I'm the only child in my family who's not a Capricorn. But I know Capricorns can really want people in their life to do well, and they can really want people in their life to be doing something with their life. And so sometimes maybe in the past when you've tried to encourage people or motivate people or give them an idea, it hasn't come across in a way where people have accepted that and been like, oh wow, that's a great idea, thank you, Capricorn. And so then maybe you feel like, well, nobody ever trusts my judgment, or people don't think I know what I'm talking about. With this King of Swords, that's shifting, that's changing. You're coming in with a clear plan, a clear idea. You're able to articulate. You're stepping into leadership mode. And you're stepping it into a way where people are going to be like, oh my gosh, that totally makes sense. I totally get what you're saying. That's a great idea. I'm totally on board. And so I feel this shift happening in the dynamic you have with people around you. The next card that's coming up here for the Capricorn collective is the moon. This could be Cancerian or Pisces energy, sun, moon, rising, or Venus. So some of you could be dealing with a Cancerian that might be very influential or a big part of the current changes you're coming into, this new chapter that you're coming into. If you have Cancerian or Pisces placements, there could be big changes and big shifts happening for you in those houses and in those areas of your life. Now, we do have the full moon. So for me in my readings, when I'm reading for somebody and we have a full moon or a new moon and the moon card comes up, or cards that are like, have moon influence, or images of the moon on the card themselves, this tells me that this particular moon is going to be a really big influence for you, that you're going to really be feeling these energies. So as Capricorns, as earth signs, maybe you're not typically sensitive to moon energy, but this particular full moon might be a doozy for you. You might really, really, really feel that full moon energy. And so those of us who are sensitive to moon energy, full moon can be a time where we feel a little bit emotional. The good thing is that with the King of Swords here, you're keeping your emotions in check, you're keeping your emotions in balance, and your emotions are helping you to come to thinking clearly, like finding solutions. So it's like you're working with your emotions and your logic, and you're finding a good balance. That's excellent. But you may feel emotions more so than usual. You may feel very tired. You may feel very sleepy. When we're kind of feeling the moon energy, we kind of feel things shifting or moving through us. And for some of you, it's going to be very cleansing. And you may have physical elements of cleansing or release. You may have runny nose. You may have throat things going on. You may have tummy issues, aches and pains in the body. Sometimes we feel this energy physically, and I feel some of the Capricorns, you're going to be feeling those physical symptoms that sometimes come in with cleansing, clearing, with this particular full moon. The next card that's coming up here for the Capricorn collective. This is a reading for Capricorn. The next card coming up here for the Capricorn collective is the Knight of Pentacles. And Knight of Pentacles is a card having to do with stability, security, reliability, like things moving along, things being pretty set. And the Knight of Pentacles is a card that often comes up for me to say, you're coming out of this hustle and grind mode. You're coming into a time of consistency. And Capricorn, a lot of you have had this cycle where, like, in your life, you have had like some kind of a big break, something really good happen, and then like things are really great and you feel like things are really stable, and then they fall apart. They start to kind of teeter, they start to dwindle, and now you're like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? And you're having to start over again in some way. These cards coming in together give me a sense that that cycle is no longer. You're not gonna feel that in your life anymore, where it's like, oh my gosh, things are coming to an end and now I have to start over. Knight of Pentacles, you're coming into that consistent thing. You're coming into the thing that is leading you into old age, the thing that is leading you into like comfortable retirement, like the thing that like, this is it, this is what I'm doing, this is my security. And so you're coming into this security where you're not having to start all over again. You're not going to have one of those cycles again. And what you're realizing is you're getting to it by being consistent. It's not about hustling. It's not about grinding. It's not about sleepless nights and, sacrificing your happiness, sacrificing your social life. It's none of that. It's just consistently every day taking a step towards your goal, taking a step towards your guidance, and you're finding things are falling into place and they're getting locked down. They're nice and stable and secure. So none of this frantic energy. Capricorn, you're breaking away from frantic energy and you're coming into smooth, peaceful, calm progress, consistent progress, permanent progress, no more backsliding. You're coming out of a cycle of backsliding. No more backsliding. The next card that's coming up here for the Capricorn collective is the Two of Pentacles. And so you're getting very clear about what needs to be done and you're doing it. And I love that you're being consistent, right? But you're going to still have this temptation with this Two of Pentacles to go all or nothing. You're like, now I have this clear path. Now I have this clear idea of what I want, what's working for me, and you're committing to it. And a part of you wants to go all in and just say, I'm giving this my all. Maybe I'm not going to stay up all night and have sleepless nights, but I'm eating, breathing, living this thing, living this plan. And so sometimes the Two of Pentacles comes up to remind us we're working too much. We have to balance that out. Even though maybe you're giving yourself a break and you're not coming into this time like where you're working around the clock, you're giving yourself permission to sleep, you're giving yourself permission to rest. That's excellent, but you need to make time for play. You need to make time for social life, you need to make time for socializing, and you need to make time for just kind of resting. Just resting, Capricorn. And I think this is going to be the hardest thing for some of you because it's in that rest, it's in that quiet moment when things come to the surface. Things from the past, old memories, but all of this is coming to the surface to be released, to make room for what you're bringing in and what you're calling in. So don't avoid the rest. Don't avoid the rest and throw yourself into something to be busy or something to occupy your mind always. Make time for quiet moments, make time for stillness. This is a big part of your journey and the clearing, the emptying out as you're making room in yourself and in your heart to receive these changes that are coming in, the support that's coming in, the stability that's coming, the security that's coming in, right? No more backsliding, moving forward, being rooted, being grounded. And so we're making space, or you're making space for this new energy instead of the frantic energy and the backsliding. You might want to check out your other placements. Some weeks your other placements might resonate more than your sun sign. There's a link in the playlist that will take you to the other videos. If you'd like to check out the love readings, also link in the description that will take you to those. And if you'd like to schedule a private reading with me, the 30-minute video readings are on sale through March 31st. Typically, they go for $50, but now they're going to be $25 through March 31st. And I do have other readings. I've got readings starting at $20. I've got some pretty reasonable things that are available, so you might want to check out the list in the description. If anything looks good to you, feel free to click on the link. It will take you to my scheduling page, calendly.com/amethystangelite, and you can schedule a private reading with me there. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope you all have a fabulous week ahead. Take care and be well, my darlings.